Authorization and docking code received and verified. Welcome, Starfinder, to Absalom Station.
Greetings and salutations, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Incident at Absalom Station, part of the Dead Sons Collections, or as we like to lovingly call it, Adventures in Space. All right, so when we last left our adventurers, they had figured out a way to meet the contractual needs with the level 21 level 21 crew, had been approached by the ambassador Nor as to assisting him decide how to go forward with his arbitration between the astral extractions and the collective, and approached and given a very pushy, if not tedious presentation by Astral Extractions as to why they should join as part of their marketing campaign, as part of their networking marketing scheme of some description.
Well, to be fair, it was only Rod and Yudah had to sit through that PowerPoint presentation because Wade was like, "No way."
It was terrible.
They kept telling me
there was Kool-Aid, so
Now that's why I asked for water.
They basically got themselves pulled together and they were also approached by the Hardscrabble Collective to sort of plead for a certain level of decorum when it came to these proceedings and try to protect what's what and make sure things go down the right way. And yeah, you guys were just getting ready to head down towards the dock to get that. You had taken a rest. Is there anything that I've forgotten or you guys want to add in at this point?
Anybody need to buy anything?
I already bought the two things that I had money for still.
If it's okay, I'd like to do a quick mysticism check, or would it be a culture check? I'm not really sure, to see whether or not the kind of technology that Nor uses would have, like, give off a curse signal when I was detecting it with detect affliction.
I'm sorry, pardon now, what now?
Yeah.
What are we looking for?
It's detecting affliction on the gear we got from the Lich.
We're looking for bad voodoo on the spider.
Bad juju. Okay.
Yeah, if there'd be, like, because of their history, you know, how they were said to make themselves undead, if any of their technology would give off a curse reading with detect affliction. If that
And
would
that's
be
a magical spell?
It is a spell.
Yep.
It's a cantrip.
Let me just pull it up here. Sorry, just give me one sec.
I can either do a check or just find some of their technology and take a look at it.
If you want to, like, it's fairly common knowledge that it's not that these guys are considered monsters, so it wouldn't necessarily be a curse as such.
Okay.
It's just the fact that it's a different type of technology. It's a different type of stuff.
So it wouldn't give off the reading with the affliction then.
Yeah, it's okay. So I'm just looking at it here. It's not poisoned. It is not diseased. It is not cursed, and it's not suffering an affliction.
Gotcha. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
That means
That'd
if
be
anything
really bad
is
for business.
yes,
It might be. You were just trying to scan it for computer viruses, weren't you?
She didn't want to catch anything.
Oh, there you go.
Don't give me
All
the
right.
Wi-Fi password.
All right. Anything else? Was there anything that you wanted to buy, or are you pretty much set?
should be good for now.
Okay.
No, yeah, all right.
Fair enough. All righty. In that case, then you guys come to consciousness in your hotel rooms. And it is the big day of heading towards the Acreon and the Drift Rock aboard the shuttle that has been acquired by the ambassador. If there's anything you guys want to get done before heading down to the dock, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, you guys will make your way there.
Gon will go and visit
Wait, make
Sophia.
Sophia is awake early and meditating.
Hello.
Sort of inside, you see her take a deep breath. Her three eyes open, and they all sort of roll at the same time. She walks over to the door and opens it.
Good morning. Yes. Today we are leaving the station. Yeah, you are aware. Yes.
She nods.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I've been meaning to ask for a long time, like couple of days. When are we gonna see your creator?
She sighs very, very deeply. Did you say something about loans in there?
Loans? No.
That's what I heard. You were sort of cutting in and out.
No, I did not mention loans.
I heard creator at the end.
Everybody's hearing that now because you want money.
Yeah, you hear from down the hallway in the adjoining room. Is he trying to get you to pay him?
Theo pops up the little display and goes, Sophia does not know her creator. She has been meaning to find out, him or her.
What? You don't know? So your creator just dropped you off somewhere and just... What a waste.
Sophia woke up after the gap and there were some, some infighting within the station. She does not know how she got where she was when she woke up and she was alone.
Maybe the creator forgot you and you forgot him.
It is quite possible.
What a waste. I mean, wow, what a waste. All right. Well,
The only clue as to Sophia's origin is the writing around her third eye.
He looks up.
You see something written in Celestial around there.
Probably nothing. It's probably just a marking, just like I mark my creations.
It reads Theosophicus Mechanicus, or Theosophical Machine.
I see. Probably nothing. Maybe that's your name. That is probably your name.
Yes, that is how Sophia decided on both her name and my name.
Why cut it short, though?
Because biological organisms tend to have an easier time understanding shortened names.
Yes.
Preach.
Like Rod. I see.
Or
You
gone.
actually hear Sophia chuckle a little bit at that.
Well, I was just thinking of, like, bringing it up, because if you were my creation and you would just leave the station without me knowing, I would be like, who raised you? I mean, come on.
Sophia chuckles a little bit, but she is visibly uncomfortable.
He didn't want you to get in trouble with Daddy, so he was making sure you could come out to play.
Well, that was all I had, really. Unless you have some money you want to borrow me, of course.
No, Sophia is saving up for a large purchase of her own.
Always spend it in one place. I always say, don't spread it out. It's just crazy.
That's a little bit. Was there anything else that you wanted?
No, just get off the station and let's go. To the rock, get rich, and move on. Let's go.
Sophia nods and she'll go to wake up Yudah, who I'm guessing is probably still asleep.
Yeah, he got up a bit ago to go get a glass of water, but then he fell asleep on the counter. He's been in the room most of the time, but only once you stir him does he kind of like slowly work up, and then he's suddenly up and he looks pretty excited too. He's ready to go. He's gonna save the day. He's good to go.
Hopefully he'll be able to actually hit something.
He doesn't need to. He's got you guys.
All right then. So you guys make your way down to the docks, and as promised, you have your ship. Gavalaris Knor has procured you a ship. You arrive. He's waiting down there for you, pointed out as a modified Ringworks Wanderer called the Hippocampus. And it's very similar to the shuttles that you've been taking to and from the space station. Seems to be utilized quite regularly. But as is explained to you, it tends to be the fact that these ships get reused and re-upped to make use of the limited resources in the area. And this one, you can tell, has already been heavily modified for station security use. But as you walk up, Nora walks you around the shuttle itself to get a better idea as to what it has. And he's upgraded the armor, the defenses, the shields, the power core, and sensors, and added a turret on top just in case, because he's not 100% certain what you're going to be walking into here. So it is yours to do with as you wish. We already previously discussed what roles you guys wanted to do within the ship, so I will let you take it from there. But the ship is yours to do with as needed and to ask for clearance.
Does it have added sirens and flashing lights?
Not entirely, no.
Wade makes sure to thank someone of his position for coming down personally to see them off. That was very kind of someone as important as an ambassador.
Well, I wanted to make certain that things went off without a hitch.
Oh, I am sure we will have a hitchless get along. Yes, very much so.
Now, be sure to realize this is on loan from the station. Don't go gallivanting. Do what you asked and bring it back.
For how long is it on loan? How many days do we have before we need to return?
I would highly suggest returning within the day, if possible.
That's short, huh? That's unfortunate.
It's not like it's a far travel.
No, but space is big. You can get lost. Very easy.
He just sort of cocks his head slightly. The big-ass rock.
Are you sure I
just
shouldn't
inside of the
drive?
Armada.
Wade is shaking his head to the ambassador. Won't get lost.
Ships get lost all the time. It's a known fact.
Should I be inquiring elsewhere then?
No, it's fine. We'll take good care of ship. No worries.
Well, just to be on the safe side and so you're aware, this is not my property. It's station property, so if it were to go missing, arriving back on Absalom Station might be difficult and strenuous, to say the least.
Rest assured that if this ship is gone, it's because we're dead.
Very reassuring.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
All aboard and the best of luck.
Right, if you don't have any more scary things to scare us with, we'll be off.
What part of that was scary?
As Yudah walked
He
by
was
me,
threatening
"Oh!"
us.
That wasn't. You were vaguely insinuating that you were going to steal.
I'm not gonna steal.
Oh no, we're just going to get lost and never come back.
People in ships get lost all the time.
Well, yeah, when they're attacked by pirates
Yes,
or
we might
wormholes
get attacked by
or
pirates.
space monsters. It's just over there. You can go in literally any direction. It's space.
Yes, any direction. So many directions to get lost in.
Except that's the one we're going to, the rock, the big rock.
Yes, and then we need to go back, and we might not remember where we came from.
I feel like that's programmed into the computers. I feel like we have GPS in the future.
Yes,
No, actually, you have one better, which is literally all navigation systems in this universe will point directly at Absalom Station.
Oh, right, because of the Star Stone.
like our own little free-floating North Pole.
Yeah, we live in the center. I live on the center of the universe. You guys are just visiting.
You guys live on the center left of the universe. Kasatha is the center of the universe.
Wow, that's debatable.
You can't live on Kasatha. It's not place to live.
Yeah, it's all the gravity from being the center of the universe made it super bad to live there.
All right, Space Ontario.
That and some other stuff.
Thank you very much for helping us. Goodbye. And Wade turns around and walks away.
Please leave before we offend you even further.
We're not going to get lost.
Clonk into this lovely little yellow delight.
Can you promise that? Really?
Yes. Well,
Really?
I promise we won't die.
Yes.
There's
and I
no way-
promise that we will not promise that we won't get lost.
There's no way this ship is big enough for a Waydaga to be comfortable.
Well,
Well, he's been in
no,
this.
not
He's been in
really.
these shuttles before.
yeah.
He's been in it before to and from the station, so it's not the most
Kinda-
comfortable. His knees are kind of around his ears, but
It works. It works.
He's actually very flexible, so it's not that bad for him. I mean, he kind of just yogas it up.
Fold it right over.
I call this the spaceship lotus form.
Hey, wait, do you need anything? No, I'm good.
He's got his head. He's got his ankles up behind his head.
All right,
I'm
all
achieving
aboard.
inner peace.
We're leaving in 5 minutes. If you're not on the ship, I leave without you. Okay.
Seatbelts on, children.
All right.
By the way, wait. I
What?
heard something. I think that
Oh, you did?
I think that Sophia might have killed her creator.
Oh, that sounds very intriguing.
Yes.
Oh, you're
Don't
such
say-
a shit
Don't say anything.
Oh, okay. Why?
That she might try to liberate Gon-sol, you know, by killing me.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, possible.
Wade looks over at her, does like a non-necessary sense motive on her. Probably doesn't think so, but looks back to Gon and
Perfect.
says,
Make a roll.
"Oh, well, we'll see if he believes you then." I was rolling terrible earlier. Nah, probably not.
So you get a pretty good read on her. So
He just looks back at Gon and says, "I will make sure to keep an eye on her."
Yes, that would probably be wise. Keep one on her and one on Rod because he's crazy too.
Oh well, we just
Y'all
send
don't
Rod
need a
into
sense
the-
motive for that.
We just send Rod into the fray, and he will either die or come back.
Yes, but what if there's no fray? Where do we send him?
Space.
Y'all can try.
Hey, all I gotta do is open an airlock, man, and I'm fine.
Yes, there are many airlocks on the ship.
My armor has
Dude,
environmental protection.
you're gonna vent all
Yeah,
the
but you
damn.
can't move in it. You can't maneuver with it.
Nah, you
You're
don't
still
know that. I've got an
free-floating in
artillery
space.
laser. It probably exerts force.
Venting
I can
the
just shoot my way back to the station.
I can fly. I could just push you towards the sun, and you wouldn't come back.
It's like we're all the
Okay,
lady
okay.
just hear us arguing. Like
Alright.
the door hasn't shut to the vehicle yet. You can hear it.
I hope everyone is seated because it's time for takeoff.
I'm buckled up. Got my knees pulled up to my chest, so don't you fender bend us.
I will not bend.
Yeah.
I will not bend your fender.
All right.
yeah, everybody's able to find it.
Rod's up in
everybody's
the
able to
turret
find
gunnery bay.
Okay. So you guys are able to find spots and seats pretty easily enough and go from there. So you're going to start warming it up and starting the ignition sequence. It takes about a couple minutes to warm up. Are you guys going to just take off, or how you want to do this?
Are there any regulations that I need to follow?
Probably, considering there's a big ass metal door in front of you right now.
If you just said we're going to take off, would you have let us fly into the wall and explode?
Yeah.
Game over.
Happy Halloween, you punk bitches. You're all dead. Trick or treat.
They all want to get back to Rise of the Rune Lords anyway. He wants to get back to his paladin.
It's just going to end up being. It would just end up being Groundhog Day.
Wade wakes up in a cold sweat.
And from the top.
You arrive at Absalom Station.
This is the hippocampus calling the control tower. Control tower over.
This is Absalom Station Security Control Tower.
I like,
Hippocampus,
I like to get
Go
out,
ahead.
please. Open the door.
permission to disembark granted. Please allow doors to open before exiting. Good luck out there.
Yes. Thank you. Have a very good day.
All right. You do maneuver out, and you're about you're going through basically the exterior. It's not as if you're going like super fast or anything like that, but it takes about 2 hours to navigate through the Armada itself
Ugh, traffic is terrible.
in order to reach the quarantine zone.
You think it would be better considering they have all of space to move, but no, they have to slow down right in the fast lane.
Yes. Can't we take the carpool lane? What is this?
Able
right.
to. There are
Rod's
plenty of
definitely
us
trying
in
to
here.
drive through the Armada because he lives there. Just go around Junker Alley.
All right. So you're making your way through, and as you pass through the final portions of the Armada, there's nothing but open space once you hit that point. Sophia, can I get you to roll a computers check for me? Being the science officer and all.
I was just gonna say I get a +2 bonus for just being on the ship, so that's nice. Modified 20.
Yeah, that'll do it. So you do end up picking up actually something attaches itself from one of the ships in the Armada and starts heading your way.
Of course, I inform everyone of this.
Why is there an intense beeping
Put it up on
sound?
radar.
That'd be the scanner going off.
Put it up on the scanner or whatever they have, some sort of display,
Enhance.
and something's coming towards us.
Enhance.
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 Wade gets as close to the
Just
airlock
turn it off.
exit as he can.
All right.
Identify. What is it?
Is it possible for me to scan this specific object to get a better idea of what it is?
That would have been the computer check to do the initial scan of it. And from what you can tell, it's not actually broadcasting anything. There's no identification codes that are being broadcasted, no friend or foe.
Is it a
Okay.
ship though?
As far as you can tell, it's flying straight towards you.
Something don't smell right.
So it could be a torpedo.
Nah, come
This
on.
close to Absalom Station?
Well, it would be coming out of the Armada. That's kind of what it's there for.
Have you tried to open any hailing frequencies? They're just not answering.
It's possible we could try to broadcast a message to them and see if they pick up.
Do.
All right. Sophia will try sending out a transmission requesting identification from the unknown object that is coming towards them.
You don't get a response.
This is just barreling after us still. And
We are in open space now, so we can just drive off if we want to. Correct?
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming we're still moving. Like we're not just stalled here.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are both moving at a relatively good clip. Just want to pull up the speed of your vehicle here. Does anybody have that readily handy? 6. It's gaining speed on you. It's gaining traction on you pretty quickly.
All right, I'm going to shoot it.
Wait. We're gonna want to pull ahead and put shields up. Keep going forward. Let it catch up. We gotta see what it's doing.
Well, as you guys are doing that, it's close enough in range, if I remember correctly. Just give me 1 second here to pull that up. Sorry, there's way too much crap for this to be completely honest.
Just go into position.
And of course, that seems to have gone the way of the dodo. Okay, so against your rear shield, the beeping you just heard there, the alarm system sound, was laser fire coming at you.
Okay, yeah, you can shoot it now.
Yeah, that was my plan. Thanks for permission.
That's your cue.
So did our shield take any damage? I'm assuming.
Just bear with me 1 second. I'm just pulling it up here.
Okay.
What the hell is that?
Does a 14 hit?
Our AC?
No.
No?
Nope.
So that bounces off your shield, doing next to no damage at all. And you are now on this. Now, is that a little too loud, guys? Do you need me to turn that down at all, or is that good?
No, that's fine.
No, that's good.
Perfect.
Very
All right.
quiet.
I know what that picture is supposed to represent, but is that actually what's chasing us?
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't know what that is.
I as a player know. But no, it's a piece of it. So,
Just bear with me 1 second
Can we
here.
get an-
Okay, so I guess we make pilot checks for initiative now.
Yeah, just give me 1 second here. All right, it'll actually be a little closer than that at this point. So make your piloting check.
That's a 30.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's why Gon is the pilot.
Yeah, right. You little maverick.
So that's a 30. She ended up with a 33.
Oh,
Gon, you suck.
No, you suck. Why haven't you destroyed it yet?
Because
All
it's
right.
not my part of the Starship Combat Initiative round.
That's bullshit.
I go last. I can't help it.
Okay, so now I am forced to move first, which sucks. And my roll 20 is lagging like.
And anybody who wants to do an action during the helm phase, make sure that they have that pulled together, please.
gotcha.
I think Colin might want to.
Yeah.
I started with the engineers, but we don't have one.
Okay.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do the evasion.
Okay. Now, does that require a check?
It's a pilot check, yeah.
Okay.
And I make it. So we get
Alright.
a bonus 2 to our AC this round.
Okay. Science officer, did you want to do anything at this point, or captain? Or are you holding?
That's as much as I can do.
No, I am going to do target systems and target systems, and I am going to choose their core. See if we can shut everything down.
Okay. So, make your computer check.
Wow. Okay. That would be a modified 27.
Okay, bear with me 1 second here. So I'm just trying to find the information here for the. Bear with me 1 second here. Gonna see if it has it on here, because basically it's DC is equal to 15 plus the tier of the enemy starship, plus its bonus from defensive countermeasures.
For a lock on?
That's target systems. Can't lock on quite yet. I don't have
Okay.
6 ranks in computers.
Right. I was just checking.
Yeah.
We have to get through their shields, assuming they have any, before we can
Okay.
directly damage the system.
Okay, I see.
That is true.
Okay, so yeah, you are able to target it.
Now they have to move their ship.
Just checking. Is Yudah behaving as captain or the other gunner?
I believe I'm acting captain at the moment. I don't know.
Were you not doing the other gun? I have no idea.
I'm not. I'm captain, or at least I was operating under that assumption.
Yeah,
If
don't,
y'all want me on gunnery, that's cool.
not this round, because we can't fire anyway. Unless
Okay,
they fly
I
in
can-
front of us, which they probably won't.
Yeah. If we absolutely need to, I can fire both guns anyways.
Okay, and is there anything that you wanted to do as a captain, Yudah?
I was thinking of doing a taunt just to give them a general debuff, but I guess I can hold off on that for now because
Yeah, taunt or a boost would be helpful if it helps me on my action.
I could. One sec. Yeah, just 1 moment. Actually, I think it was.
Can either intimidate or share on
Yeah. I'm thinking of trying to boost for gunnery, that or taunting them so that they would lose their gunnery advantage. Yeah, I could do an encourage for God. Just a moment. Oh yeah, okay. So I can use diplomacy for that. Sure. So I'll I guess Yudah will point Rod, point at that ship. We'll say blow it up. Good.
Get him!
Blow it. let's have a look. I got a modified 17. DC is 15 plus Starship tier, so that's 16. So that'd be, and that would offer a +2 to the next action. So, yeah. So that's cool.
Okay. You're gonna see this turn pretty much on turn. Move one. Actually, sorry, just regard that for 1 sec. Back one. Okay, that's the move action on that.
All right. Is that all the helm actions?
Believe so.
Should be gunnery now.
Yeah. So you are up.
All right. This will be a shoot. I can't. He's not in front of us, so I can't fire at will. That's 22 with the turret
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 44.
That's exactly what Yudah was talking about. Good job, man.
10 points.
All right. So that would be. So just bear with me 1 second here as I figure out this whole thing.
Fire some lasers, launch some missiles, do some damage.
Okay, so all right. So after it goes through shield, if I'm correct, that's when it starts hitting the thing.
Mhm.
And you watch as it does hit, and it does look like it's gone through the shields there and does hit the actual hull.
All right. So if possible, we want a whale on his forward arc.
Yes, yes, we shall ram them in the front.
Okay.
Ammo.
And you do.
Wait, so did we deal critical damage to it at all?
No,
No.
we just went through its shield.
Okay.
Okay. Also going to fire,
Oh, he's gonna fire so many guns at it.
and this is going to fire at will. So the first one is
Oh, that would have been a 24 to hit.
will a or 15 hit.
Yep.
No. We are evading. We have AC 17.
Okay. So that one buzzes off, and the second one comes in. So that is an 18 to hit. So that one
That one.
will hit, and it is the light TMP cannon.
That's our
So
I think it's
starboard side.
starboard.
okay, so it does. So for 1d4 rounds, I need somebody to roll a d100.
I'm not going to do it this time.
I was about to say, not Malcolm.
43.
Okay, so that's a 43. I'm just trying to pull up which system that plays Havoc with. Does anybody have that readily available?
Yeah.
Which was that?
Well, 43 would be
Weapons
the
array.
weapons array.
Okay, so for 4 rounds, your weapons array is glitched.
Randomly determine one arc containing weapons. Condition applies to all gunner actions using weapons in that arc. The turret counts as being
So-
in all arcs.
So in this case, well, there's only 2 possibilities. All arcs are the front arc, right?
I guess.
Do a roll a d2. Okay, and that's the turret.
And what does glitching do?
A glitching system isn't operating at peak performance. Crew actions involving the system, except the hold it together and patch together actions, see page 323, take a -2 penalty.
It's not so bad.
That's what the
It's not
captain's
great
for.
either.
Yeah. The captain will negate it, hopefully.
All right. So another piloting check.
Before we start that whole new roundup, Wade yells up from down below where near the airlock. He yells, "What type of ship is firing at us?
A hostile one.
That really tells me nothing, Gon.
It's all we know.
You can't see it?
No, there's no rear view mirror on this thing.
There's not. There were rear view video cams on 2012. Okay, no. Think about that, Paizo. Think about that. You sit in your corner in spaceship combat.
What do they get for piloting?
Yeah, they rolled a nat one. So, a 15.
I think we beat them.
So they have to move first this time.
Yep.
So, okay.
That's the way the airlock opens. That's not a good place for them to be. Wade is not pleased.
Oh no.
May very well be this thing. I know how to score a guy.
I think we'll just.
I don't know if a flip and burn is appropriate here or not.
We want to hit them head on. That's the thing.
That's where their shields are down. Where they were.
Let me see if I can do this. I probably can't. Okay, I'm just gonna take the. I'm gonna take the turn in place action, which means that we don't move at all. We just turn anywhere we want. So that's our action or our movement.
Okay. So that's then the gunnery phase.
All right.
That's
And then it's
Is the
another
helm phase-
fire. Sorry, what?
the helm phase only happens once.
We
He
need
just did his
science.
helm phase.
We need science and.
Yeah, helm
captain.
phase.
Yeah,
Just
that's
happened.
so the captain and the science officer get to act before I do.
Yeah.
All right. Any ideas, Sophie? Any clever tricks up your hatch?
Quick rules question. If we disable the engines, that means that any piloting checks are automatically fail. Does that mean that they can't move at all? Or does that just mean they move first each time?
They can't.
Means they can only perform the fly maneuver. Fly. They can't do any other maneuvers.
Can't do the fancy stuff.
Oh,
Just keep moving forward.
if that's the case, she will try to target the power core again.
Okay, make your computers check.
That would be a modified 22.
Okay. You think you're locked on, Captain?
Captain? All right. So you guys were saying maybe I could negate or rather repair the glitching out system there. Are they suggesting that? Would that just be as me as the spare set of hands? Because I don't believe I could do an engineering check without having that trained.
No, we mean
No,
that.
it's
no,
just,
No, we mean the bonus that you give by the bonus 2 that you give by encouraging Rod will negate the glitching.
Oh, okay. So if I encourage him again, or I guess, he can use that check to fix the system. Of course.
You can use that to shoot without a penalty.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just I'll keep haunting over by Rod's station and leaning over his shoulder, and I'll backseat shooting.
Oh, it's like playing Centipede at the end of the day all over again.
Yeah.
Or asteroid.
That's modified 16, which is right on the nose. Yeah.
Yep.
If it hits the check on the thing that goes, the check.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Doing.
So this one. So at this round, again, going to fire at will.
Mm-hmm.
The first is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. For a total of 6 damage to the front shields.
Ouch.
All right, so we take 1 point of hull damage. I have no idea what our hull are. I don't even know how much damage we took last turn.
None.
It was just EMP.
Ah, right.
So, and the next shot is a modified 17. That'll hit.
Yep.
Okay. And that was again with the EMP. And where are we here? Come on now. So roll the D100 again.
3.
You guys are both in that area. So what's the
Yeah,
That one,
life
okay.
support.
life support is now glitching for 2 rounds.
Hold your breath.
Smells like farts.
You guys are up then for your gunnery.
All right.
Shoot.
All right, you want to play that game? We'll play that game.
Oh my! Yeah. Oh,
I rolled
yeah.
2s. Well, with the fire will.
13 and a 7.
Yes. No, wait, sorry. Language, computers, captain. So there'd be an 18 and 12.
Sorry, pardon?
Because those are just ranged attacks, plus the computers, plus the captain. So there's an extra +4 on top of that, so it's 21. That's supposed to be nice.
But you also have a
15
minus
and a 9.
the
The +2 computers, I don't believe works. Does that work for your attacks as well?
Yeah. Base attack bonus, dexterity, computers, captain, science officer, and a range penalty.
No, it's only like ranks in computers instead of base attack bonus.
The computer bonus from the
And
ship.
it's
No, if you have one rank in computers, you can use that instead of your base attack bonus to shoot.
No, you can use your piloting instead of your base attack bonus.
Right. I don't think your computers helps with aiming.
so gunnery check is your. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second here. There it is. Plus gunner's base attack or piloting plus gunner's dexterity.
Okay, so you do add,
Okay, yeah.
do add the +2 from the computers.
Yep. Okay, so that's a 17 and 21 and a 15 minus
Minus
4.
6. 2 for glitching, 4 for the fire well.
So that's a 15 and a 9.
Is that
Okay.
Is that with the +2 from Mal?
Yeah.
He also has
And
a
both of
-2.
those go wide.
We're in trouble.
All right.
I have this under control. No problem.
Another piloting check. 32,
Yeah. We go first.
I think it is for me. Yeah, 32. So you move first.
I'm gonna do the evade thing again.
How long are the weapons arrays glitching?
Another 2. This was round 1. You have 3 rounds of that. Your life support is also failing right now, by the way, guys. Remember that.
Yeah. So the
That
pilot-
So
affects
if
the
you have-
captain's check.
To fix the life support?
The life support condition applies to all captain's actions, giving a -2 when you try to do your diplomacy checks.
Ah, okay. Cool.
We don't have an engineer, so we can't fix any of this.
We have an engineer, he's just piloting right now.
So we don't have an engineer.
You could ask so.
She's the science officer. I suppose she could go to engineering.
I only get I don't get a real big bonus engineering. I don't have any ranks in it, so
Oh,
I think
I think you have to be trained anyway.
I think you do.
You have to be trained. So until you get some training, you can't make the check anyway.
Well, we're driving this way.
Yeah,
And the
we're
evade.
driving. Goodbye.
All right. Anybody else doing anything during this?
What type of ship is shooting at us?
I don't know. Ask the computer.
Why don't you come up here and look at it?
No, I am comfortable down here by the airlock. Thank you.
Well, if anybody who's actually been looking at the porthole or say the person targeting it wants to make a culture check.
Oh yeah, because my culture checks have been so infamously well received.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I would try to look out, but I don't.
I get a bonus.
I don't think there's
That's a
a.
critical fail.
That's a 24, effectively.
Oh yeah. Gon, you would recognize this as a necroglider.
God damn, didn't they hire us?
Treacherous zombies.
All the boneheads hired us. Just one.
What's, by the way, Rod? What's your culture check?
Is this a military vessel?
Well, it would be considered something similar, but make a mercenary culture check.
10. Surprise.
You're not a very good.
Best part
mercenary.
about it is that you didn't really need all that much. Technically, it's only a DC 5 to do this because it's well known in mercenary circles that Eoxen tech is extremely well valued in the mercenary world.
So what you're saying is we should destroy the pilot, but not the ship. We could always tow it back. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
Yes.
You know.
You know, you take
You
what
can
you take,
certainly
and
try.
if you destroy everything that you kill, there's nothing to take.
the thing is, there's no way to
You
board the
keep
ship.
what you kill.
All right, so science officer, captain, anything you guys are doing?
Yeah, same thing I've been doing.
I guess I
Okay.
should do. Yeah, I should.
Do
I'll
I know
try to
anything more?
do another encouragement
Huh?
for Rod.
Well, here's the question: is did you want to change any of the shields there, Skippy?
Didn't we only get? We haven't taken any shield damage though.
Yeah, we have.
In the
Yes, you
front.
have.
But don't do it. No, but
Don't listen- yeah,
my
don't
culture
listen to
check
the
was pretty
GM.
high. Do I know anything more than Death Glider?
All you know is it's an Eox and Death Glider from that. There's no there's no IFF, there's nothing else coming through, so all you can go is based on visual. And it definitely looks like an Eox and Death Glider. Necro Glider.
I got a modified 24. So
That's with your -2, right?
Two.
Okay.
But instead of being like, shoot him, he's like, shoot him.
Okay, and
You sound a
That's
little wounded.
modified 23 to target the power core again.
all right, that's still targeted.
Is that? It doesn't give me a bonus, Tim, does it?
Not unless it gives you a bonus to critical. So if you get a 19 or a 20, you automatically have a crit effect on it. A specific system instead of anything else.
Okay. Now, with his move, he's turning in place. Actually, disregard. Going to actually slide this way slightly and turn. Okay. Gunnery phase.
All right, we're still targeting his forward if I'm firing with the turrets.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Make your roll.
Ta-da. I'm on the wrong page again. And that'll be 14, 16, 18.
With the -2.
Oh, 16.
Okay. So again, and that's with the coil.
Yep.
Coil gun. And again, you're just not able to keep up with it. It's just dodging out of your range.
God damn these confounded computers!
Again, going to fire at will. So that is. Let me just double check to see if that's what I think it might be, because that was a 19.
So you remember that you are not playing right now. You're GMing, so you're supposed to roll terrible.
I'm trying.
No, he just knows it's the end of October and he decided to end it here.
You're gonna end it with our deaths and be like, "Happy Halloween."
I was right. I was right at the beginning. He's gonna kill us all. Spooky.
He'll kill y'all. I can fly back.
Spooky dead in spades.
Oh, okay. Nope. It's still just a standard hit at that point. It's only extended if you lock on as part of a science officer thing. So the first I'm going to take as a likely to hit if it's 19 plus 6, which would be a 25 minus 4, 21. Okay. Second attack is a 12 to hit, which I don't believe hits.
No, it does not.
So that is 5 damage to your rear shields.
And that's all of that shield.
You're shooting down our booty guard.
Which shield is that got hit?
The aft. What's our total hull points?
35.
35. I think you're sitting at 34 now?
34. We only took one.
Yeah, I'm keeping track.
Oh, so we have 2 shields that are down already?
Yep.
EMP. Oh well.
If Rod would be so kind and shoot it down, I would be.
Well, I can't. The computers are fucking me hard here.
I know it's Windows Vista, but come on.
Both
gotta-
in and out of game,
You gotta work
computers
with it.
are killing us.
Alrighty, so piloting check.
27.
And another 32.
Okay. Nice. I see how it is. We're gonna do the wiggle the wings evasion again.
Sure.
That's a success. Good.
And where are you moving to?
I have like a 3-second delay on roll 20, so.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Thinking about rebalancing the shields now that we got some damage going on here. Because I can distribute them evenly to all quadrants.
Yeah.
Well,
I know,
almost
yeah.
evenly.
I just think it's kind of meh.
Looking at 10 points of shield, I don't know. It's really worth it.
It's better to just get hit where you have the shields.
Yeah, true.
That's why I made it so that we got hit in the rear.
Better to pilot around it. If you don't have an engineer, I guess.
And there we go. Piloting complete.
Okay. Science officer captain.
Same thing.
Yeah, I guess so. We got a modified 18 that time.
Okay.
17.
That just barely locks on.
Okay, so it's getting tough.
Got
Gotcha.
heat.
All right.
What's the pain?
Okay. Again, going to turn in place. Okay.
That's all you're doing?
For piloting, yep.
Oh, fuck.
That's your
Not
reflex
Dixon is
save.
killed.
Yeah, that's a reflex.
Oh,
That's not your gunnery attack.
it's the middle button. It's the middle
Come on.
button in both groups.
Focus, man, focus. Gotta
19.
get this. Aha!
With the -2, 17.
Mm-hmm. No,
Oh,
all
no, wait.
together.
Altogether, 19. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Finally.
13.
Oh!
And that's to their
Wow.
that's
That
to their forward.
That
That's
might be
their
a crit.
forward.
I have a creeping suspicion that they have one weapon, that they both have their weapons in the front. Because they're always turning towards us. It's just...
Okay. Fire at will. First one is a... Yeah, not... That definitely goes through and not... so the light laser cannon passes over. EMP shots also misses.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to put us back at the front of the pack. Come on, baby, give it up.
All right.
Is it really not getting a crit? Because
So-
we would have gotten a crit from that.
From
No, I
what?
have to roll a 19, not the total result.
Yeah, you have
Or the CT,
the CT.
the crit threshold.
The crit threshold? That's...
Lock on is what they're
Here you
talking
go,
about.
Here you go. No, not lock on.
Critical damage is also scored whenever the target ship hull takes damage that causes its total amount of damage to exceed its critical threshold or a multiple of the threshold. For example, a starship with 100 hull points approaches the threshold and can take critical damage each turn. Ew.
So when you lose hull points at increments, you take critical damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
So that's for the power core then.
Doesn't he have to roll a 19 or 20 for that, though?
You have to roll a 19 or 20 for it to be targeted, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
It's a percentile dice, so roll the percentile die.
Ooh,
97,
that's the core.
which is power core.
So that does what to it then? Is that glitching then?
Condition applies to all engineer actions except hold it together and patch. A malfunctioning or wrecked power core affects other crew members' actions. See critical damage conditions below. And it would be glitching first, yes.
So -2
Yep.
to all actions?
Well, basically for him, it's a one-person ship, right?
Yep. As far as that's what you know about a necroglider, yeah.
I'm saying that as a player helping the GM,
Yeah, okay.
not as a
Sure.
PC.
Well, it
Doing
affects all actions except for
Patch and
It's
hold it
fixing
together.
it, basically.
the engineering checks. So yeah, he gets minus.
So
two to
-2 to-
everything. Piloting,
Sure.
firing, everything.
Yep.
That was nice.
So still would have missed those horribly. Okay, piloting check.
Beat him now. Ugh, that's a 19.
You had to roll below a 15 eventually.
I guess.
Well, the funny part about this is that he would have rolled a 16 modified after all said
Oh.
that. So still.
So did I beat him?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, your move then, Mr. Death Glider.
Going to hold steady, not doing anything with that, and is going to, yeah.
Touche.
So while you figure that out, I'll be right back. Just give me 5 minutes, guys. One sec.
Take it easy.
That is all.
All right, so we may
Okay,
not
so-
die.
I did not need to be doing this target system every time. It's
Yeah, once it's targeted, it's the main target.
so I only have to redo it after a hit.
Okay,
Oh,
that's good to know.
Yeah,
Man,
that's the time I need to
glitching
be
is
scanning or
awful.
balancing.
This guy would be dead already if it wasn't for the glitch.
Yeah. Darn EMP. So I realized I didn't have to be targeting the system every turn. Oh, he's still doing stuff. Okay.
And we're gonna do the evasion thing. I have moved and done evasion and succeeded.
Perfect. Awesome. So science and captain.
All right. Well, I realized that I did not have to be targeting every turn. It's only after we hit something that I need to target again.
Oh, okay.
To target again anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Sure. Make your targeting check.
All right. That is a modified 28.
That'll do it.
We're still targeting the core.
Yeah, because if we get it one more critical on it, it starts affecting every system.
All right, fuck this guy's shit.
Wasn't it already affecting every system?
only with a -2.
Yeah, it becomes more severe
Okay.
if if you do it again.
It goes to malfunctioning then.
What are you looking at doing? Oh, by the way, at the beginning of this turn, your life support does start to work normally.
All right, that's Captain Yudah.
Yudah, Captain. Yudah.
That I am. And I can encourage somebody again. Does it seem reasonable for me to just keep encouraging the gunner? Because that seems reasonable.
Probably. He's not been hitting
yeah.
without it.
I haven't been hitting with it.
All right. That's all I needed to hear. That's a modified.
Well, he could
16
demand of me.
So
That's a
is
plus
there
4.
So, right?
No, the -2 is gone.
Oh, okay. Then it's a modified 18.
That's both of them work.
Quick question: was their core glitching or malfunctioning?
It's only glitching.
Okay, then it
Only-
doesn't affect everything. It only affects
It
it.
affects it.
But if we get more damage to it, it'll start malfunctioning, and then everything takes a -2 penalty. Then if we wreck it, everything takes a -4 penalty.
Under the critical damage conditions, it says it's a -2 at glitching, a -4 at
Malfunctioning.
malfunctioning, and then wrecked is basically it has minimal function. It can't do basically anything. If a power
Yeah,
core
but
is
the
wrecked,
core specifically is what we're talking about. So if the power core is malfunctioning, then every system takes -2,
yes.
not just that one.
If it's glitching, if it's
No.
malfunctioning, it would take a -4.
If it's malfunctioning, the power core takes a -4, and everything else takes a -2.
So what does a glitching power core do?
On the chart, it says condition applies to all engineer actions except hold and patch.
Yeah, engineer actions.
malfunction. Okay, engineer actions is the part I missed.
Yeah, so if it's malfunctioning, every kind of action takes a -2 penalty. If it's
Well, let's
the
put a
power
hole in
core.
it then.
Yeah, let's put a hole in it. That's the idea.
Shoot, gun, good.
Okay, so you're encouraging. It's me who shoots first, by the way.
Oh, never mind.
No, I guess we'll take that roll.
Oh, shut up.
So going to fire at will again. So that would be a 17 to hit.
Did you evade this round, Alex?
17 is the magic number. It's a hit.
Okay. And second one is a 19 to hit.
Okay, so this one bone dude is messing with an entire crew. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you know, our gunner is just not responding.
Now he hits our power core with an EMP.
That's a full 8 damage to looks like your front, or no, that's your side.
I would have said our port.
Yeah, port side.
Pork side.
And roll a d100 for me for the EMP.
94. It's our power core.
So 2 rounds, your power core is malfunctioning or glitching.
Was it 8 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 8 damage.
We're at 31.
So 8 damage, doesn't that give us a critical effect with our
No.
critical resistance? No?
Whole damage only.
Yeah, we got shields helping us.
Okay.
Well, did.
Yeah. Now we got one left.
Yeah, we're in hex
Okay.
land now. We're facing matters.
Piloting check. Oh wait, no, sorry, Rod, you to fire first.
Are you letting me shoot again, or are we taking that?
I'll be nice and let you re-roll.
Whee!
Watch him miss.
Complacency.
Watch him miss again.
Oh yeah,
You are fired, Rod. You are
Told you.
fired. You are fired. You are so fired when we get
Rod.
back to the station.
I'ma go there and fire myself if you don't shape up.
Fine. You want to switch? We can switch.
I will not let you drive,
Then shut up.
but I will go there myself and I will
Then
fire
I-
that gun.
If you come up here, I'm coming down there.
I'm almost wondering whether or not, say, we could do computer-assisted firing with the -2 and still, do relatively well.
I can also roll for a more significant bonus to, instead of encourage, to yell at him
Yeah.
angrily.
Yeah, demand.
I would do
plus
that.
4.
Yeah.
I would
might
do
do
that
that
next
next
time.
Just start angrily yelling, shoot him.
Rod, what's the matter, man? Shoot him! I said, shoot him! We're dying, Rod. We're dying.
So 31 for me.
Okay. Like, why did I even bother have a bonus to piloting when everyone else is just superior anyway?
It's okay, Alex. We both suck.
Well,
You can't
What's
make your
your bonus?
piloting checks.
I'm making my piloting checks. I just
Well,
don't
you're
have
not,
a
though.
bonus that's out of this
What
world.
what bonus do you have?
I have a sick bonus of
Which is
like-
what?
I have a
It's plus
I have
10.
plus 10.
I hate to tell you, I've got plus 14 on this end.
Yeah. I mean, I have plus 13 with the ship. All right.
I mean, hopefully this is the only starship combat we have to do, or we're fucked.
I'm gonna do the thing again.
Okay.
We can do the other rolls while I'm trying to move this token, the captain stuff.
Yep, Captain in Science. What do you guys want to do?
All right. Are we going to be facing him when you're done, or not?
No, we're not gonna be facing him. You can't hit anyways. So.
I'm thinking I might actually try to rebalance the shields a bit. Be close to making some. What are our shields at for each position?
Starboard has 5. That's it.
Starboard has 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try and rebalance the shields so we have 2 in front and 1 everywhere else. See what I can do.
Do it.
That's 28 again.
That'll do. El Capitan.
All right. I'm gonna give Rod a little shoulder boof and say, "Shoot him!" And he's gonna do that, but he gets about halfway through it, and then he burps, so it's more like a shoot. After which he just kind of sits down on the ground behind you. I got a modified 7.
It was less than half.
That's kind of burped in your ear.
Ah! That's why I keep missing. This goofball's coming over here doing shit like this.
Shoot him.
There, movement done.
That could have been a +4. So, give me a break.
And now I have nothing.
Okay. He's going to stand still for his piloting. So gunnery. Leftover candy from trick-or-treaters is always good.
I feel like I need a diagram for where our forward arc is.
Oh, wait a
All right,
minute.
here
The
goes.
night's not over yet. How will you have leftover candy when the night's not over yet?
They stopped coming.
You know, if you just don't let them in, they can't get any candy.
They never even starts. All right, here goes nothing. 20.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
9. Enter the windshield.
Alright.
Probably another crit.
And that's another crit. So roll another B100,
47.
which is what?
Weapons array.
Yep.
That's nice.
Let's see how you
were
like
those
it.
still glitching, or were those?
Yeah, glitching.
Your weapons are no longer, as of this round, your weapons are no longer glitching either, so,
Okay.
which is handy. And, alright.
I'm muting when I'm opening my candy. You gotta do the same, dude. You gotta do the same if you're going to tear open candy wrappers.
Sorry.
It's common courtesy.
I have a defense. I have
I got
enough
excited.
defense.
Classic peaches. Alright. He's going to.
Rod, did you find the calibrating joystick? Because I think you just hit.
No, seriously, the offer is we can trade places.
I will come down there and show you how it's done.
It's up. It's up. I'm up a staircase.
No,
In a-
it is down. You're
It's a
upside
gunnery
down.
bay. I'm above everyone.
Oh, it was like
Did someone invert the Y-axis again?
Hold on.
I'm just
I
gonna-
gotta go
I'm
with
gonna
the
have to see.
options. Everything's in Chinese.
The enemy's gate is down.
Why?
It's actually his head in this case.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I've still got to fire with
Fine.
whatnot, so I'm going to do that, but we'll be there in just a second. I just couldn't find my D20, so I'm using my big ass metal one. So that would be an 18 to hit,
The penalty?
Is that
Sorry,
why
no,
it's
sorry.
glitching?
14 to hit.
That's a miss. Haha.
Okay, that's with the regular laser, and then the other one also is a miss.
I shot their guns.
And piloting, yeah, you beat him on piloting, so I've got to move first. And
At this point, you don't really care who's winning with the piloting because we're just firing into each other's fronts anyway.
he's He's moved.
Aw.
What? We were gonna salvage. He was free salvage.
Where did he ran? He ran away?
So, went in a straight line to beeline it from here this direction. Necrogliders are extremely fast.
Dang it.
Is he dead yet?
No, he took off.
What? What type of ship was it?
Some sort of necro, what's the who's it?
Those are expensive. We could have gotten lots of money from the salvage. The credits alone could have started
It's
us
gone.
on our way to our own ship. What the heck are you all doing?
Guys, we won.
I don't know, yell at your pilot. He's the one who let him get away.
Victory, eh? Victory! Nice shoot,
Victory.
Rod. I thought you sucked right around the ending there, but nice shoot.
Oh, goodness.
He realized how horrible it is to shoot at things with glitching software and ran away in terror.
Gonna wait till the software gets better. Counts on us on the way back.
Well, Gon still has his piloting. Combat's not technically over.
Yeah, he's just so far away that I need to like zoom out and try and find him.
You won't be necessarily. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see him. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I can't
I
see him.
can't see him.
Oh,
I can grant you an additional action. Go on.
but he went.
Well, I use push ability orders and spend one resolve,
This way.
and I need to succeed a piloting check, which I will not do.
Went this way.
That way.
Well, technically this way.
Okay. We have a heading.
Still, we could like if I'm not sure if that would work. It
No,
would get us into range. No,
probably not.
No.
whatever.
We
Pick
need
it
an
up idea.
engineer that can boost the engine.
An engineer in general might be handy.
Yeah, we don't have one.
We need a wrench monkey.
We have one. He's just piloting.
Yeah, and your backup pilot is in the gunnery bay.
Exactly.
Well, Wade's not very helpful for anything.
I've noticed.
Wade was very. He made sure that the whole bottom. Wade made sure that the bottom was secure. I mean,
Yeah, he made sure that
that
airlock was working.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing came through that airlock.
So we're not chasing them?
Yeah, we are. Just,
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna have to figure out some sort of boarding maneuver.
just takes forever to move.
We rocket Wade out of the airlock into this dude.
I can't fly that fast. I've only got like 60-foot movement speed.
Well, should have thought of that before you
It'd take me
started
all
bragging
day.
about being in space.
Oh,
Hey,
you
I
see
can make
him.
it. You guys can.
You can see him. Don't let him get away, Rod.
Oh, there's probably a range penalty on this.
Actually, you have 20 hexes of range on the
Oh, geez.
on the turret.
Make your demands, Malcolm. Make your demands.
Short is 10 hexes, long is 20.
Does it actually like? Can we even make that shot? Is it worth yelling at you over?
Yes, do it.
All right.
Yell at my face. Remind me what it was like to be in boot camp.
All right, you swirly-headed bitch. I got a modified 19, and I'm telling you, sir, you better shoot him before he gets away and brings his friends. We couldn't even deal with one. I want to see you deal with 20.
23
I'm
again,
invigorated now.
target.
I'm terrified and invigorated.
You get +4. Sorry. Pardon me.
And for gunnery, he can't do anything. So you're up, Kane.
Okay, so that's 3, 2.
This is the shot that wins it all. This is for all the marbles.
Show me that nat 1. Dare
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you that now one. It's gonna happen. Boop. That's 18.
Holy crap! That'll hit.
Woo. I told you to yell at me. 15.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Woo! Yell at him more
Okay.
often. That's
No
nice.
kidding. So you nail into it, and you watch as the plume smoke as it careens out of control and
no,
heads
no.
towards the Drift Rock.
Oh,
Catch it,
crap.
catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it.
Case it. Case it.
And it's traveling at full speed because it was going at full speed. So it's moving 12 hexes around.
you would actually just move half speed.
Well, chase it roughly then. Move in the direction
Well, it
it's
doesn't
going in.
lose
Is the
momentum.
direction
Well,
you're going anyway?
There's nothing to slow it down. There's no frictions.
Yeah, but
in
rule
space.
wise, you move half speed, half your max speed, if you are knocked out.
If you're pardon?
Yeah, if you're knocked out, like if the ship is wrecked.
You just move half
I'm not
speed in
sure.
a straight line.
Yeah. You don't move full speed, you move half.
Because that makes absolutely no sense based upon inertia.
Well,
Yeah.
let's not bring science into the game
Where-
because
Where
You're
does
not
that fall?
science into a science fiction game.
Given
I
how
mean,
far
come
ahead
on.
of us it is already, even if we moved at full speed, we still wouldn't be able to catch it, would we?
I can give us +2.
Yeah, by the time you do that, it'll be at. So you can give yourself +2. Half speed for it is 6 hexes. So you'd be gaining it 2 hexes around.
Yeah.
By that point in time, it's likely to be in the asteroid itself.
Oh, we're that close to the
Likely.
asteroid?
It's a maybe, not a no.
And how are you planning on boarding this thing?
Yeah, at speed.
We just need to ram it so that it doesn't move into the asteroid.
If you get me close enough, I'll go out and attach a tow line to it, and we will drag this sucker back as salvage. You know how much those things cost? Wade is willing to do it.
Make yourself useful.
I'm willing to watch.
We got a smuggler and a scavenger. I think we've been outvoted.
All right, you can give it a shot.
Wade's getting a tow
You're
a
gonna
line
have to,
ready.
You're gonna have to pilot this one, Rod. 'Cause, I need to,
And
I
just
need
as
to-
you're aware, because you're flying straight at the drift rock, the DC on your piloting is going to be a little bit different the closer you get.
We're all gonna die trying to get this salvage. Trying to get this salvage thing.
This is Rod's
Run,
problem. I'm gonna shovel some coal into the engine so we go.
All right, Sophie, divert all the remaining shield to the front.
This is gonna. All right.
This is such a bad idea.
This is gonna get a little dicey.
But you know, there's no inertia in space, so it's not like we're gonna die from like wha-punk.
Oh no, it's
But-
not gonna be the collision that kills us. It's gonna be the fire explosion followed by the freezing emptiness
What
of the
do you
void.
mean? There's no, that the collision won't actually do anything?
I don't know. I didn't say the collision wouldn't do anything. I just said it wouldn't be the thing that killed us.
All right, Rod. Let us see your piloting skills.
1,
Put to the test.
20
Okay.
plus the
engineer.
computer pilot. It's a 23.
Wade has the front airlock open and ready. Got the line, and has his black and white wings spread ready.
So wait.
But he
Just
moves- he
one
moves eight?
second. Just bear with me 1 second. You've got the wings out already, and
They're
you're
not,
venting out.
they're not like that. They're laying down ready, slicked back like he's about to jump out.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
ready.
we're not using the map at this point in time because it's going to be measurement here in this issue.
By the way,
not-
I cannot divert shields to the front because everything has to be within % of the total. And we only have like 1 shield in each thing, except for one has 2. The front has 2.
She can take a hit. I know it. It's worth it. Go faster.
So first off, engineering check. That's Rod's piloting check.
I don't think I
So we
have
need
to
an
roll
engineering
because
check to give
So-
us more sheets.
You've
To the
opened the
front.
airlock, so you're just on the one side of
Ready.
the airlock. What are you using to attach? What are you using?
Whatever I can find.
I feel like the assumption
To-
was that this ship had some sort of tow cable.
Doesn't it have an emergency tow cable?
Does it not? Does it say as part of the kit that it has that?
No, but I figured that was like
Sensors,
standard
Weapon
safety
mount,
gear.
Mark III armor, Mark III defenses, computer, expansion bays, cargo hold, guest quarters, lifeboats. There could be a good tow cable in the cargo hold.
Tow cable in the cargo hold. I mean, what happens if the tractor beams are out and they can't tractor it in? They gotta, manually attach.
Yes, because tractor beams do not exist here.
Oh,
Oh,
more
see,
reason for
they
that
have
tow
to have tow cables. They have to have tow cables then. Otherwise, how are you going to
All
bring
right.
in a derelict
Okay.
ship? See?
You know what? I'll say it, but you have to find out what are you attaching it to.
I saw
You-
that thing. I don't have.
You have 8. It's something along the lines of what's the timeline for space combat? What did they say it is? What does
They
one
don't
round
have-
equal?
No, they don't. That's the thing. They don't say
Okay.
like how long time.
Okay.
But assume
'Cause
it might be like
basically-
15 minutes or something.
Because that's definitely not how long you guys necessarily have before it gets to the actual rock.
Okay.
Just let
I'm
it blow
probably
up
going
and
to
we
attach
can
it to
pick
one
up
of
the
its
salvage
mini.
when we go onto the rock later. Just let
Oh
it
no,
crash.
you lose so many. No, it loses so much of the valuable computer parts. Those would be incinerated and splattered across the galaxy. You can't do that.
I also want to spit the pilot in the face.
But yeah, I'm probably going to attach it to one of the many bony protrusions that I saw on the that I see on it.
I was meaning your ship.
Oh, how
Oh,
far
if
you
you're
can
at the
attach
airlock.
it to the.
Well, if you're hanging at the airlock, is what I'm saying, right?
Mhm.
And you're shooting it, right?
I'm not shooting it. I'm going to jump on it and detach it.
Can I shout at you to encourage you to jump better?
God, man.
He's like trying to count to 3, and as of like 1.5, I just scream
Okay.
jump in his ear.
How much tow cable, like how much rope do you have?
Oh, probably 2 hexes worth at least. I would think because you got to have enough space between the toe. A tow
Well,
cable would
a
have to be long
hex-
enough.
So the hex isn't translated, right? In terms of space because of everything that they're talking about here. So, and you can fly, what, 60 feet in space?
I can, but I'm using the. I'm going to push off of the airlock. Give
Okay.
myself a bit more speed. So I'm either gonna get it or I'm gonna splat like a moth through a flame
So,
on
okay.
that asteroid.
So first piloting check succeeds, and first engineering, second piloting.
This is where it all falls apart. 20.
You're beginning to feel the shake of the gravitational force of the drift rock as you're trying to pilot towards it. And you're screaming, and it's getting larger and larger as you're screaming towards it. Third check.
It's getting a little hairy out here.
Just go back.
Oh, it's getting real hairy out here.
No, run!
14.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Just admit that you can't handle it.
The gravity here is too strong.
No, you're too weak.
I'm gonna throw your little hairy ass out that airlock.
So as Rod's flying this thing and as the piloting check's going, you've got the speed, but instinctually, Rod backs off.
If I jump now, do I think I can make it?
You can try if you'd like. Make a roll. I guess this would be an athletics roll
To fly?
to aim and jump in the direction of it. You're saying you're not using your wings. You're using the momentum. So you can't use your. You could
Well, I didn't
potentially
want my
use your
wings. I didn't want my wings up and out to catch radiation while we were.
So
going.
okay,
As
but
soon
here's
as
the
I
issue, is
jump out,
your wings allow you to move at a specific speed, correct? Because they treat the vacuum as atmosphere. So it provides drag, it provides resistance. So you can either jump and then you try to unfurl at the last moment to catch it, or you can move at the speed at which your wings allow you to move.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. What does Wade think? Can I use my acrobatics?
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay. All right. So let's. So, Wade, Yudah's gonna scream at me first.
No, he screwed it up.
No, but really distracts himself with. Oh, that was the encouragement. It surprises him, and he's like, "Oh, now!" And so Wade,
Doesn't work.
Wade
He will, although it failed.
jumps. He's holding on to the thing. He's gonna miss. 5.
And he's holding on. He's holding on to the rope, or how is he attached
Yeah,
to the
he's
rope?
he's holding on to it. He doesn't have it
Okay.
attached. He wouldn't have had it attached to him.
Okay,
Because then
so
he
you
could
start
attach it to the
jumping.
vehicle.
You jump, and you are way off. Like I'm talking, it's there. It's going one way. You're going on in the opposite angle of it, towards Drift Rock, and the line's running out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get some drag on me to. I'm gonna adjust my trajectory with my wings.
Okay.
So, is there even? There's not even a fly check.
No. So what you do is you unfurl your wings to try to change it. I would say in order to do that, though, you'd probably also want to do an acrobatics or something along those lines to adjust yourself properly. But that's up to you as to how you want to do that.
So I'm not gonna make it to the. I know I'm not gonna make it to the dill. So I'm probably gonna try to adjust myself to just hold on to the rope or hold on to the
Okay.
tow line.
So you're just going to slow yourself enough that you're not going to get that whip from the toe.
Yeah.
And pull yourself back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough. And you watch as it careens, and you watch as it collides into the top of a sort of a peak of one of the valleys of the asteroid itself.
Wade sheds a little space tear, drifts off as it floats away. Get crashed.
All right.
Well, I know who to.
I need another piloting check from Rod.
Oh,
Oh, Rod,
I
come
knew it
on.
was coming. I knew it.
All right, we're dead.
Instead of screaming.
I'm outside.
Give me control.
No,
Shoo, get away.
no,
Get off
I'm
the
driving
chair.
now.
Get off
No.
the chair.
You go up in the gunnery pit.
No, you sit in the gunnery pit.
Okay. And can I get somebody to roll a D100 for me?
3.
All
Oh,
right.
yay.
What does 3 zeros mean?
We're all dead.
Yeah.
So it's not pretty, and you definitely scuffed it, but you managed to pull up and scrape the bottom of the asteroid as you scrape it along the bottom of the vehicle as you pull up, taking probably, I would say, four hull points of damage.
I hope she's cool with
Straight
scratches.
hole, no shields, huh?
Nothing on the vengeful side.
We have 1 shield in each position and 2 in front.
It will probably count as the front then, if it's like the underneath.
Yeah. Because of how you're hitting it. So you managed to pull yourself away from the asteroid into orbit, or just into free space there.
I imagine as they're skidding along, Wade's still outside. I mean, at that
Can I get you
moment,
to roll in athletics?
he kind of he slowed himself down, and he was like skiing behind it or something flying behind it with his wings or something like that.
Space skiing.
Yeah, something like that.
Just gonna get you to roll in athletics though to hold on to the rope.
I'm athletic.
Well,
Okay, so my
you're
athletics.
hold on to it.
Yeah. My athletics has a -1. So let's see.
Okay, no, that's enough to hold on. You're good.
Okay.
Darn.
I know. I could have died.
I
Gon,
would have been very
reward.
sad if Wade died.
Gon will march up from the machine room and just climb the piloting chair and just slap Rod across the cheek with his tiny rat hand.
Okay, I know it got a little dicey there at the end. I suppose I deserve that.
A little dicey. A little dicey.
Yeah, a little dicey. You know, we came in a little close. All right.
Yes, a little bit close. Like
I can
very
feel the
much too
rumbling.
close.
I'm sure it'll buff out.
Oh yes. I'm sure someone will buff it out.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it.
No, of course not.
All right. So you guys,
I'm driving. Okay, you go back to your gunner pit and you be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not the one who wanted to jump out of the back of a moving spaceship.
It was a great idea. Don't blame Wade.
That was shit idea.
It was a great idea. Could have worked.
Yeah.
Wade comes up at this moment, and
He was in a
he
drop
comes up, and he looks very sorry, and he kneels down to Gon, kneels all the way down to Gon, and says, "I am sorry, I couldn't get it."
No, no, it's okay. It's okay. You tried, and you didn't die, and you didn't ruin our ship.
Rod stands up from the chair with Gon still on his lap.
I got a modified 27 to encourage you to do that.
Yeah, he just screams "World Star."
Best captain.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, Captain
So do we still
Kirk.
have that little flying eyebot watching what we're doing?
Yep. Documenting the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
they'll know we've got balls.
Like
when
it's
we say
dubbed
that.
just on
Yeah.
after a ship in the hopes to get
What
savage.
happened to the death wing?
All right.
We may as well start restoring shields, just in case anything happens on the way back.
Yeah. Well, fine. Park us and let's get out of here. Rod gets up out of the chair and like shoves his hand into the reticule of the little space eyeball and flings it out of the way, and he just leaves.
So where are you guys headed now?
What happened to the death wing that we chased?
It's a greasy splat on the side of the big asteroid. I doubt anything salvageable.
There's always something salvageable.
From the pack rat.
You know they have that little black box.
Why not just make the entire plane out of that black box?
Because it wouldn't fly. We have those.
Where's
They're
this
called cars.
All right. So you guys are just sort of pulling together, heading to like what's the plan? Are you guys going to make your way to the Acrian? You've gotten through the combat with this unknown assailant.
That's what Wade thinks, or sorry, that's what Yudah thinks we should do. Is go to the Acreus. It's right there. That's our mission.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's,
also-
that's what Rod
Acreans
wants. That's
first.
what I meant when I said park us.
Go to the Acrian first, and then visit the space rock afterwards.
Yes, we shall.
Do
We
it
can so our ships go.
We shall dock.
Okay.
I only know
So-
the sound Kasatha techniques.
You don't need any piloting checks to make your way towards it. Let's see. Just bear with me 1 second here.
Computer, could you do a little scanning of this ship before we board?
Of course.
Make a computer check.
All right. 28 again.
Okay. Upon scanning the actual vessel itself, you see it's a medium-sized transport. It's supposed to carry a complement of 6. However, you can't get a good lock on any life signs that may be present. Something's interfering with the scanners itself. However, you do notice that all of the ship's airlocks are open, and that the interior is reading as being open to the vacuum of space. It's
All right,
armed,
helmet's on.
though none of its weapons are currently active, and its power core is outputting minimal energy. Enough for life to support gravity and basic ship functions, but little else.
And for some reason, all the airlocks are open as well.
So there's not like a hull breach. All the doors are open.
Yep. And you just scanned the ship? That's what you ended up doing with that one?
The Acrian, yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's what you get from it.
Must have been a very bad fart for them to open all the airlocks. Like super bad.
As long as we're here, I may as well also scan the drift rock.
You gone?
What are you saying there? You're muted.
Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah, sorry. Get you to do another computer check then.
Gotcha. Well, this one is only an 11.
You're getting a lot of inconsistent readings from it.
That's
Just-
the case. Detect affliction if we're in range to see it.
Nothing coming up from what you can tell.
For detect affliction, nothing.
Not from the asteroid, no. There he is.
Yep.
Welcome back, Alex.
Did you hit the red jelly bean?
I hit F5.
Oh, bad boy. So you're just not getting a lot of readings. As for detect affliction, nothing that you can tell from the asteroid itself.
Okay. And anything from the ship for detect affliction?
Just looking at it here, nothing is poisoned, diseased, cursed, or suffering similar afflictions.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's very specific wording as to how that works. So the object itself would have to be experiencing this affliction, right?
We just didn't want to walk
Like,
into a
creature or
cursed
object
ship.
has been
you know?
poisoned, diseased, cursed, or suffering a similar affliction. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's the object itself has to be cursed.
Yeah.
So, like, and I'm not saying that this is the case or anything along those lines. I'm just saying that, like, for instance, if there were an object that were cursed upon said rock, you wouldn't be able to pick that up because you're looking at the rock. If that makes any sense.
Right. Like if there was a marker type thing on there, you couldn't sense that. Maybe a double spiraled one. Painted,
And glowing.
Well, I'm just saying, like let's say that you looked at looked at some station, detect affliction. There might be something on there that would ping that, but because you're looking at the station, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just making sure that the ship itself is not cursed before boarding it.
Fair enough. You mean like the house that we've been exploring in the last few sessions of Rise?
Yes.
I just wanted the sheets, man. I didn't know it was going to take us 4 hours.
All right.
So, what does my spaceship expertise tell me about airlocks? How would we go about closing them all in the most efficient way?
Make a quick engineering check for me.
26.
Usually, each airlock will have its own keypad that you can utilize to close the airlocks. Past that, it would depend on how problematic the systems are. If the systems themselves aren't functioning properly, you may need to reboot the main computer kind of thing to make sure that the cycle's reset. It depends on what the initial cause of the airlocks opening or being opened is. So if it was opened up by accident, it could be a computer issue. If it was done on purpose, let's say to vent, that might be at the cockpit. If it was just done individually, each individual door will have a lock.
Okay.
We should be able to override it from the cockpit either way.
Yeah,
It seems like the first place we'd want to go.
sure.
Yeah.
So there are 3 airlocks that you've detected, one on either side of the ship and one at the rear, just between the rear engines.
Which one might be closer to the cockpit?
Yeah, what does my previous map tells us about?
There are 2 straight across from each other that you can see and that you know of, and those are the ones on either side of the ship. Those are closest to the cockpit versus the one in engineering.
Then we'll take the starboard side.
All right.
Because Starfinders.
Oh.
In space.
In space.
Oh, we never decided who we were giving those healing serums to.
Not Rod now. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, Rod, now
I didn't want them.
give them to Sophie.
I said Wade or Sophie.
Yudah.
Well, how many do we have?
2.
We have 2? So why not just 1 to each?
Deal.
Because Wade has magic for healing.
True.
Yeah, but I'm
so
paired
we
up
get
with Gon.
separated.
Give one to me, damn it.
So if we get
All right.
separated, it makes more sense to have both of us able to heal as much as possible.
It's more about when we get separated, not if.
Yeah.
Yeah. When?
Well, I'm not going to take time out of shooting my guns to heal myself, so give it to someone who isn't me.
So Sophie gets one and then Yudah gets one.
Yes.
We need that Solarian to have some extra health mojo.
Gon turns to the
It is.
spy drone. We are now initiating the boarding action of the derelict ship.
Oh yeah, I'm
Stay
getting my
tuned.
breather on. I'm getting geared up and good to go. Man, this is where the spacefarer thrives. Man, I'm super jacked. Yudah's just
All right.
raring to go.
Well, this is where your particular talents will come in handy.
Breach and clear, baby.
All right, you glide up to the side there. Basically, what you're going to end up having to do is saddle up. There, you can't get a firm lock on the airlocks itself to board. So you're gonna have to do a quick jump over from the ship. So basically, a ship-to-ship
Or
jump.
alternatively, we could attach the tow cable.
No, you've already
and
you've exhausted that tactic.
Wade could just fly you guys over, so no one has to make any checks.
I would love for you to fly me. Wade, show me how you fly without ship.
Come fly with me. Come fly. Let's fly.
Sure, you got
away.
your fishbowl on,
As soon as they're off the ship, I'm gonna pilot it into dock.
just to prove to us that you can pilot.
No, just because I don't want to have empty space in between us and the ship.
That's a good point. If we need to beat a hasty retreat, we can't just do a vacuum jump.
You could. Just might not turn out well.
You shouldn't do a vacuum
To be
jump unless
fair.
you absolutely have to.
Well, there's no
be
atmosphere
fair, Wade
inside
would
the ship
probably-
either. So I'm assuming
Wade
everybody
would probably
here
just fly around and
can
get you.
either survive in vacuum or is wearing armor that will protect them in
Yeah,
vacuum.
no, I got armor and a rebreather and a little mask on, like Kasatha would do. But you still shouldn't do a vacuum jump. That's just a bad call. The best of times.
Well,
Going in a ship full
well,
of vacuum.
Gon and Wade are like, where are you coasting over there?
All right, get going.
Not afraid of this whole space journey that everybody else seems to be so upset about.
I stroll leisurely up into the bridge of the ship,
And
dust
crash it
some
into the atmosphere.
rat butt fur off the chair, sit
Yeah.
down, get myself nice and comfy with a big gulp in the cup holder. Just spot that in there.
Oh no, he adjusts the seat settings.
Yep. And I'm gonna go into the console and I'm gonna change all the fonts to Comic Sans.
Oh, it's evil.
You monster.
Change all the
Gonna make-
radio presets.
Yeah, change all the radio presets.
No, Gon let Wade have one of the settings.
Then you make the chair go down and you push it all the way back.
Then I scoot the chair all the way. Wait, I can do this. Oh. All the way back.
He picks something up off of ER's radio. All my friends, no low rider.
No, no rider.
He's pulling-
It's like, yeah, and then I pilot the ship.
Oh, that's so good. I could actually see that in my head, him pulling slowly into the dock while lowriders echoing out into space.
Take a little trip.
They hate it.
Please don't make. Are you gonna make me actually roll for this? Because I'm terrified. I'm gonna roll a 1 now.
No, you don't actually need that to do the docking procedure.
Yes, he does.
Nope. No,
Yes,
DM has
yes.
spoken.
He does.
I intimidate you into doing better.
You know it's gonna be a one.
Fly.
You know it.
Fly better.
It's gonna be a one.
You got a modified 20, baby. You docked the hell out of that thing, and I'm mad at you.
Dang it! I tried to counter intimidate and failed by 1.
We just stare each other down. I'm not even like the remotely most assertive person in the group. I'm
Fine.
already staring at everybody.
You stare each other down, and then Rod's like, "Yeah, all right."
Okay, I'll do what I was gonna do anyway.
Alrighty. So you saddle up and you are there disembarking. Is there any particular order you want to disembark in?
I want to make sure we set a lock code for our airlock, so someone
Sure.
can't come in and just open it.
That's a very good call. They didn't do that in Sunshine. But otherwise, I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna have my flashlight like this. So I'm like investigating.
So you do have a light?
Well,
Yeah, I have a flashlight.
maybe I shouldn't have assumed that without having outright, claimed the equipment earlier. But if that's okay, I imagine a torch would behoove us right now.
Yeah. Okay. So how I picture this happening is if you go out in front of me, I can shine like the light from my gun over your shoulder. and
Okay,
you
that's
can
a
take
good
a
call.
point, so you have your hands free.
Yeah, good idea. My
I bought
next-
these gear mounts, so he's got one big ass gun strapped to the outside of his right thigh and the other at the small of his back.
Oh man,
And
we're
this,
the friggin' brute squad right now, baby.
and the tenty bot is on his back. because I went for the expensive tent that has its own atmosphere.
Just in case you have to take a quick breather and read some books.
So I'm just trying to find the.
You know, you think with overcrowding and stuff like that, they'd have like portable little apartment rooms that you just kept with you, and when you were ready to chill, you just did it. Like, you know, the mansion spell only really, really downgraded to one room, like a one-room apartment. That's high tech. Extra dimensional space.
Well, that's rope trick.
Yeah, just rope trick. Just a portable rope trick that everybody now has.
As Wade is unfolding his wings to fly them over, Gon just
They're black wings
stares
with white trims.
with wide eyes.
It is.
Yeah, that's totally
It is
fair.
kind
I
of,
didn't know you had wings till right now.
yeah. Wade spreads them out, and they look very much like Desna's wings, but they're black and they have white radiation type glow and little motes within them of
Wait,
white
Wade.
radiation.
You never told me you were Space Angel.
Space
I
angel,
want-
space angel, won't you be mine?
Wade just looks at him, smiles, pats him on the cheek, and says, "I'll just spoil anything for you." And he picks him up and holds on to the semi-weightless drone because it's, you know, space, and he flies them gently over before all that docking stuff happens.
And he's crying happy tears.
So, and sorry, Rod, you said you had a flashlight, beacon. What do you have?
Sorry, I had to post something in the chat. I have a flashlight. What?
Do you have a flashlight, beacon, spotlight? What do you got?
I have a flashlight. It is taped to this. It's effectively taped to the side of his auto rifle.
Okay. And Yudah, did you have anything?
Didn't have anything I needed to do before on the way through there, or?
No, so I'm just double checking a flashlight.
Oh, no, it's okay. We've got a good setup with Rod and I here, and I'm sure if I need, I can give off a bit of light from my blade.
Okay. So yeah, you get a 20-foot cone from that, which should be at a 60-degree radius. Okay. So I'm going to say probably want to call it for now, and then we'll come to this next week.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
We
Come
get
to the
to
breach.
level
Plus,
and clear it.
I think you want to be next week anyways, given space combat.
Well, hey, we got experience for space combat.
That's my point.
Oh, we leveled. We're gonna be leveled for the ship.
Oh, level 2.
Yeah.
So when Wade spread his wings, he felt more of the black butterfly's power flow into him somehow.
So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Please keep in touch with us through our many forms of social media: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I lose track after that. The IOPC or the Planar Crossroad, either one of those will be the ones to look for. Thank you again to Sirenscape for their soundboard. It has made this very enjoyable. Anything else, guys?
I think the title of this episode should be Primer to Space Combat.
Or not.
Inside of that, or space combat. We got this.
Just we got this.
It worked out.
We almost died, and then we almost died again, chasing after some loot. But hey, you know, that would have been some sweet loot. I'm just saying.
It was worth
if
the
we got that
risk.
ship.
Instead, all we
Yeah.
got was a couple
Those
of
things-
scrapes to get that lady mad at me.
Hey, nobody gonna know. We were literally attacked in space. Okay, we have an excuse.
Those scrapes were there when we got it.
It's a community vehicle. You can't prove
Uh,
anything.
So the only thing that I have to remind people about, aside from the different YouTube, Facebook, our website, Twitter, and Twitch, is that we have put up our Patreon page. So you can just find us at patreon.com/the Inn of Planar Crossroads, and it'll be us. And you can see that you have the option of a couple different things. You can be a flump, which is the first tier. It's a CR. We named it after appropriately CR to creatures. So I won't put this on the other guys. I kind of lobbied for Flump to be the first one.
I'm fine with
because
flumps. They're
Flump.
mean.
Nothing wrong with
So Flump, So flunk, and then it comes to elemental. After that, giant, phoenix, dragon, and Tarask levels of tierdom. Each
Well,
of
I
the
mean, half
rewards are
the
on the
fun of
page, and you can
going
see
through
them.
someone's Patreon page is reading the tiers.
Yes, they have like a sentence for each of them, but you can see them and see what the rewards are, and see what you would want to do if you want to do anything. If not, just like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's all. If you don't like it, we dare you to put a thumbs down. We just dare you. Go ahead. Go ahead. But that's all I have.
Don't do it. It's
You would
bad.
destroy us emotionally. Please don't.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
So I guess that's everything. GM can sign us off.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching then, and so we will say goodbye and see you next week.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Later.